All right, guys, really quick. Be unduplicatable. Unduplicatable. What do I mean by that? Look, focus on you, number one. So I want to just share a personal tip from me. And because I get a lot of questions, a lot of DMs now more than ever. And ever since I started getting verified on all the platforms, like I started getting verified on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, even my YouTube Spanish channel, everywhere I'm verified. I'm about to get verified on TikTok. You guys will notice that very, very, very soon. Maybe by the time you watch this video, I'll be verified on TikTok. So I'm verified everywhere, Google. So ever since then, I started posting more content, and it's very important for all of you to post content everywhere. Everywhere, post your content. You got to be omnipresent. And what happens is that people start listening to your voice more than ever. And that all starts with growing your personal brand, which leads to building your company brand. And when you have a strong brand, it's everything. But it took me 10 years, almost 10 years, to build my personal brand. So it takes a long time. When you have somebody like myself that already has a personal brand, they will help you build your personal brand in less than half of the time. Just to throw out like a, well, that's a nice car. That's super fast. Just to throw out a number out there, you'll get there 10 times faster. Let's just say that 10 times faster. So that's very important. Now, what I noticed though, that I want to share right now, because a lot of people ask me questions like, Albert, aren't you worried about X person? They're doing the same thing you're doing. They're copying you. And then I get another message. Hey, what about this person? You know, they're copying you. Hey, Albert, what about this person? They're copying you. Look, I just want to answer it here because I think it'll help a lot of you. When you're unduplicatable, undo, meaning nobody can be you, it becomes impossible for anybody to copy you. And what I mean by that is no one, just compare my message, the way I say it, and everybody that you follow, like strong people, strong characters, like I'll give you Patrick Bet-David, Andrew Tate. You know, I was watching that podcast, but you have like the Paul brothers. You got a lot of high personalities. Joe Rogan. Everybody has their own personality. You can't copy personality. You can't copy storytelling. So I was watching Andrew Tate. And a lot of people say bad things about him, but it's because they don't know the full story. And remember, when somebody else that has no credibility, no wins under their belt, they have no business acumen, no business success, when they say their story, don't listen to it because it has no credibility. There's like no credibility right there. But when somebody, like I mentioned, like personalities that have actually won in business, won in life, listen to them. So you got to watch the source of your advice, because there's always two sides of the story. Which side of the story are you going to listen to? And roll with them. Be all in, go all the way in. Trust the process. Okay, so I was listening to Andrew Tate. And the truth about Andrew Tate is that he does a lot of things right. You know, I like this guy. He says a lot of things right. And he believes in those things. And what makes me believe him is that he believes in the things he says. And all the things he says make sense. The thing that people do to him and to many people, including myself, is because we're very good at storytelling, people will get the full story that's about 10 minutes, 20 minutes, even an hour long story or segment, and then they'll cut 15 seconds. And then they'll use those 15 seconds against you because it's just one sentence. So right now, people in general are just not very smart. Understand this, and you don't have to agree with me, but it's the truth. 99% of the world is not very smart. Okay, I'm saying not very smart. Most people are average, many people are below average, and some people are a little bit above average. But not very people are very, very smart. Not many people. So attention spans are very short. That's what TikTok did. That's what Instagram did now. 15-second, 30-second little clips. And what people do is they'll get a story, they'll get a segment that's 30 minutes, 40 minutes long, and there's like 50 things that are valuable, and then they'll pick 15 seconds that they can maneuver in a way that it's gonna make you look bad. And that's what they do. So you gotta listen to the full story, and you gotta watch the source of your advice. So when people say, hey, look, they're trying to copy you, and then they're trying to attack you with 15 seconds that they twist, don't listen to those people. But look, everything starts because, first of all, before I say this, they can't copy you because they cannot copy your storytelling. They don't have that ability. That is an ability. They can't copy your personality. That's ability. They can't copy your results because those are results. They don't have the results. They can't copy your drive because that's ability. You can't copy drive. They can't copy your pivot. What is pivot? Counterattacks. When people attack the greats come back and throw a bomb back at you and explode it and crush you. So the greats, they know how to pivot. When something happens, they know how to attack with a bomb, and boom, they'll put you out. And then also the greats, they have great comebacks. They know how to come back. The bigger the pressure, the bigger the stage, the bigger the problem, the better they perform. These are the true players. The pretenders, when the pressure comes, they sink very fast. So if you're led by these people that are pretenders, then they're gonna sink. You're in the boat with them, you're gonna sink with them. So having said that, what I wanna touch on right now is why that happens. This happens because people become jealous. People become jealous, and that leads to envy. And when it turns into envy, that's not a very good thing. That's not something very nice. Okay, so that's people that are envious of others is not a really good thing. So these people, they can't compete with you. So what they do is they start getting these snippets, 15-second snippets of an hour or 30 minutes, and then they use these 15-second snippets and try to use them against you and try to tell the world, hey, look at what this person is saying. Those are 15 seconds. That's what happened to Andrew Tate. They get little clips, little snippets, and then they try to say that, oh, this guy is such a bad guy, but they don't listen to what came before and what came after. You got to be very careful about that. So these people, they're just jealous. It turns into envy. Be careful with these people, and don't listen to these envious people. Now, why does this happen? Because they can't control their ego. Okay, like there's a lot of people that are in a really bad place in life. They're struggling. They have no money. They need loans. They need your help. You help them. You take him out of poverty, and they're about to get divorced. Whatever the case is, and you help them out, and they go from about to get crushed, about to die, to all of a sudden making very good income. Maybe it's $500,000. Maybe it's $250,000. Maybe it's $1 million. I don't know what that number is, but you guys get the point. And then their ego goes like, whoa. And then all of a sudden they forget who helped them get out of that mess, and they forget who fed them. And then they turn against that person, sometimes because they have bad influence, because the wife's a bad influence, the husband's a bad influence, or the people around them are bad influences. Remember, if you have a great coach, you're gonna win championships. If you have the wrong coach, a bad coach, it'll lead you down the drain. So you gotta watch the source of your mentors. You gotta watch the source of your mentors. I'm very, very careful who I listen to, and very, very careful who I choose as my mentors. Now, don't forget where you come from, because that's gonna drown you in the biggest hole of your life. Now, another thing. Number 2, don't burn your bridges, because when you burn your bridges, it's game over for you. Okay, and remember that it is okay to be number 2. Sometimes you're a better number 2 than a number 1. A number 1 and number 2 are very different. It is okay to be a number 2. So, having said that, have a great Friday. Go kill it, and Love you guys.